seen one or two quality world champions at work here at Cumbernauld tonight, and also one or two youngsters starting out in the professional ranks. Now for a check on another one at super bantamweight. Spencer Oliver from Barnet in North London. Professional debut for him against Des Gargano, who in every sense is something of a boxing character. Let's join Barry and Glenn once more at the start of round 2 here.
And Oliver getting a real taste in that first round of what the professional game can be like and how frustrating it can be against crafty old-timers like Des Gargano.
Exactly, he couldn't start off with a more awkward and difficult opponent. And this will just teach him a little lesson in patience, because it's a very important criteria in a fighter. You have to be patient. You have to learn that you're not going to blow everybody out. Just take your time.
And one thing not to forget, Des Gargano has won 30 of his fights. Every now and again, he just manages to upsettle an opponent enough to steal a win.
A little bit of blood there. I think it's coming from Gargano's nose, but there may actually be an abrasion just below the right eye. In fact, no, it's coming from his nose. So Oliver's drawn the first blood. And he hit on the break there, referee Len Molan, just giving him a little tick off. Just to identify the fighters, Oliver in the green shorts with the white stripe. Des Gargano in the blue shorts with the white stripe. Referee has given Des Gargano a stern taken off. I don't know what this is about, but it could be anything. Gargano, ever the elusive one, slipping around the ring as quickly as he can, moving left, moving right, just making himself as awkward and as difficult to hit as possible, and making himself as mobile as possible. Oliver's really starting to close the distance down now, and he's starting to give him a bit of a beating, landing some good combinations there and backing him up on the ropes.
Yes, Oliver's doing well. He's closing the ring up, stepping about from side to side, and he's managing to get through with a couple of shots. Gargano, very, very wild head down. I think that's what the referee was warning him for, but dipping his head and lunging in too much.
Putting it side to side, but he's beginning to show the signs of wear and tear here. He's blowing a bit, Des, but he'll be moving until the very last. Again, gripping the hold of Oliver and stopping him punching. Come to the end of round 2.
Gargano trying that southpaw jab, but with very little effect.
Yeah, he's finding it hard to place his punches. It's almost impossible to get your feet in the right position to hit Des Gargano. You have to have your feet in the right position to punch powerfully. But with Gargano, as we can see, this is Des Gargano's corner here. He moves around so often, he doesn't allow you to set your feet in position to punch powerfully. So unless you catch him with a lucky one, you're not going to hit him with any real power. And here's his little bit of good work here from Spencer Oliver. Landing some punches, but again, find it difficult to hit Gargano. And this is an incredibly promising young man. Fantastic credentials as an amateur, and this is his first professional fight. And this guy has got real quality about him. Round 3. Spencer Oliver in the green shorts with the white stripe. Des Gargano in the blue shorts with the white stripe. And Oliver really starting to get up on top of Gargano. But again, Gargano grabs him and grips him and stops him punching.
Gargano, he's been in with good fighters. He took guys like Sean Murphy, John Davison, Ayub Khan, Jimmy Bredel. took a lot of these fighters the distance, give them all sorts of problems, and he's doing the same sort of thing tonight to Spence Oliver.
Yeah, and he's pleased that it's only a 4-rounder, because I spoke to our statistician Bob me earlier on, and he said, is there any way we can reduce it to 1.5-minute rounds? He's pleased that this is going to be over in a couple of rounds. But you never know, with Oliver's persistence, it may be over before then.
I think one of the things the fighters should try and do against Gargano is not chase him so much. They should maybe take the center of the ring and let Gargano commit himself by coming forward. And so many fighters always fall in the same trap and chase him around the ring.
And he's so irregularly comes forward, you never know that the best way of beating him is to just to chase him, I think, Glenn, is to stay on top of him. But moving around the ring, cutting it off, cut it off laterally. Don't chase him into the corner. Cut him off. Don't let him out of the corners. And as I said, and we both agree, it's a lot more difficult than you would think.
Well, I think one thing's for sure, Spencer Oliver will not come up against many unorthodox fighters like this again. And he'll be glad of it.
And Mullen giving Gargano another taken off, and it's most definitely for dropping the head and putting it down from side to side. That's dangerous and could cause a severe clash of heads and a cut. Good combination from Oliver on the ropes, and Des comes back himself with his own left hand.
This is better work from Oliver. He's managing to get closer. He's managing to pin Gargano on the ropes for a second and get a few shots off. But Gargano, the same tactics as ever, moving constantly, trying to land with unorthodox shots from strange angles.
Yeah, he was remarkably unscathed for a man having his 104th fight. He's relatively unscathed. Coming to the end of round 3. And Oliver on a roll here. Flings Gargano to the floor.
There's Gargano, goes back to his corner. He'll be happy with himself. He's keeping out of trouble. He's not getting hurt, and he's going to pick up a few pounds.
A little bit of work from Oliver here. It's the only time that he really was able to plant those feet and land some punches with a bit of authority. But again, you see how difficult it is to hit Gargano. He moves that head so often, moves the upper body, moves the legs, and just makes himself an impossible target to hit squarely. Oliver managed by Mike Jacobs, promoted by Roger Levitt, co-pro camp.
I'm sure they're predicting a good future for Spencer Oliver.
And here we have it, the 4th and last round, and Des Gargano in the blue shorts will be pleased to hear the final bell. Oliver's going to chase him, you can be sure, with the remaining 3 minutes. Tripped there, he wasn't hurt, just tripped over Oliver's lead leg. There's no doubt that Gargano's really feeling the pace here. Oliver's chased him relentlessly for 4 rounds, kept him under pressure, and he's had to use all his evasive tactics to keep out of the way. Oh, that was actually a slip again, he tripped over his foot.
Yes, Gargano just trying to throw a right uppercut. Very unorthodox and threw himself off balance. Gargano has very bad balance. His feet are all over the place, but he manages to get away with it because he constantly keeps on the move. Good work from Oliver there. He's just getting a few shots off.
Nice little combinations right down, right above our heads. Yeah, I think it's because he's so awkward that he can survive as often as he does. Feet are never in the one position for very long. Moving from side to side, right to left. Keeping the upper body moving too. And grabbing his opponent, stopping him working, and just generally frustrating him as best he can. You can see the frustration on Oliver's face there. This is a different game, he's saying to himself.
Gargano, obviously, he must keep himself in good shape. He must be fit. I know he fights quite often, but to keep moving, you know, against a good amateur who's used to the 3-minute, 3 rounds, he keeps moving all the time, Gargano.
An interesting thing about him is he rarely wears a gum shield, and the Board of Control recently have discovered that, and they've forced him to wear one. In his last fight in Bethnal Green, he spat it out after the first round and made him put it back in again and fight the remainder of the fight with the gum shield in. But Oliver doing better in this round, beginning to slow Gargano down and landing a few more quality punches. Coming up to the final bell, and it's all one-way traffic. It's a clear win for Spencer Oliver.
And you see the delight from Gargano at having gone the distance one more time.
Yeah, that was his aim tonight, was to go the distance and to survive the 4 rounds. And Spencer Oliver has got off to a frustrating professional debut, and I'm sure he must be delighted about that.
Well, however long or short the professional career of that young man, he'll remember the night he tangled with Gargano.